Hi, welcome. This is California Psychics live reading. My name is Danica. I am the Senior Social Media Coordinator for California Psychics, and today I am here with Psychic Teagan. Teagan, how are you doing this morning?
Hi, Danica. Hello, everyone out there. It's been a while. I'm happy to be back with you guys. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited. Spring has started, and the weather is going to start getting warmer, and there's all this fresh new energy in the air and all of these possibilities. So that's super exciting. I already see we're getting so many questions from people that are asking about manifesting stuff, and that's really exciting. What I want to know is what people are trying to manifest. So if you're watching right now, tell us in the comments. Spring is here. It's brand new energy, the perfect time for you to have a fresh start. Tell us what changes you're trying to make in spring, what you're trying to manifest. Let us know.
Love that. And I have a beautiful visual to attach to that. I tell a lot of my clients all the time, when you're ready to manifest, I want you to imagine what it is that you're wanting as like a bulb, like a tulip bulb, where you're holding on to it. You're putting your intentions into that and you're burying it into that dirt. And you are literally watching yourself fertilize that manifestation, that what it is that you are wanting. So visualize planting that seed, watering that seed, and really just allowing, trusting that the divine, is on your side with manifesting that. So it's just a beautiful visual.
And Teagan is absolutely one of the best people to talk to when you're talking about manifesting things. She just has such a positive energy that just every time I talk to you about something, I feel so inspired.
Oh, thank you.
So just a couple of ground rules before we jump right in. We're getting a lot of questions coming in real fast. So if you were talking about another person, if you could use their name, whether you're talking about a friend or your question is about a romantic partner or a coworker or whatever, we just need their first name. So you don't have to provide their second name if you don't feel comfortable with that. And then if you could make your questions as specific as possible, so including those person's names. And then what else? I think that's it. Are you ready to jump right in?
Heck yeah, let's do this.
Perfect. This one comes from Apana on YouTube. She says, "Hey, Psychic Teagan, do you see me successfully finding a work from home job soon? Also, any travel plans for me?"
Okay, so finding work that keeps you at home. Okay, Apana, if you could please, sweetie, go ahead and close your eyes for me. Just take a couple of deep breaths. All I want you to do is, in your mind, give me permission to make a connection with you and focus that exhale on your career, okay? Give me 1 second. All right, sweetie. It's interesting. I close my eyes and the first thing that I see in my forehead, right here in my third eye, is the Emperor. It's like they throw me these cards saying, you're in a place right now where you are taking charge, taking control, grabbing the reins. The Emperor in the Tarot deck doesn't just worry about himself. He worries about everyone on his land. He protects everything. So I feel you are very well protected from the divine. And I do feel that there is an older person, an older masculine energy that is going to be almost grabbing your hand and pulling you in a direction for some kind of home job opportunity. For me, this is probably towards the month of, towards the end of April. You're showing me that Emperor, so I'm almost like wondering if this is when it's going to come during Aries season, okay, which is coming up. So I feel the month of April, things are moving. They may not present themselves to move quickly right away, but it's almost like I feel like you're grabbing charge, you're taking the reins, and you're making this happen. Talk about manifesting this job. This is something you've been super passionate about for a while, Apana, and it's time now. I see that Ace of Swords showing up right here in my mind too, which is about take action now, go for it. Opportunities are presenting themselves. You should have a good indication as to where you are going by mid to the end of April, maybe even tapping into that new role by May. As far as travel plans go, I feel a little bit of suspension of plans right now. I do feel more towards the end of the summer, going into early fall. You may have a couple of small little getaway weekends here and there in the car driving, but I'm not seeing any flying until towards the end of the summer moving forward. So travel plans may be a little delayed, but I do feel you'll find some time to get out and do some things. As far as out of the country, I'm not sure if that's going to happen anytime real soon. So the travel will come towards the end of the summer.
And our first question from Facebook is going to come from Haley. she's asking, how does my friend Trey feel towards me?
Okay. Hi, Haley. If you could please, sweetie, just take some deep breaths. Give me permission to make a connection with you and focus that exhale on Trey. Okay. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay, so I feel like this person, I feel like Trey is kind of biting his tongue a little bit with you. I feel like he is enjoying this time with you. I see the two of you as friends. You know, my mom always used to say, Teagan, find somebody that will be your best friend to fall in love with, because friends before lovers are always the best kind of energy. For me right now, I feel as if Trey is kind of teeter-tottering a little bit from, gosh, she's my best friend, to, gosh, I'm having some emotions for her. I don't necessarily feel like he's going to communicate his emotions to you anytime, like real soon, like in the next 24 hours. But I am going to tell you that I feel like there is this closeness and the two of you are getting stronger and stronger. So I do feel like eventually you're going to flip the friendship into some type of a relationship that could take up to 3 weeks to 3 months before you see that. It's like he's feeling comfortable and emotionally connected to you, and he feels very comfortable when he's with you. He's just not ready to speak how he feels just yet. He needs a little bit more time before he can do that. So I feel his heart is expanding for you. He's just not ready to admit that yet. So you'll see him stepping up. It'll be slow movement, but it'll be consistent.
Sorry, I muted myself. We have another love question over on YouTube from Tony. He's asking, will my person of interest, Jennifer, contact me soon? If so, how soon and when?
Okay. So Tony, take those deep breaths, invite me into your space. Focus your exhale on Jennifer. Give me just 1 second. Tony, when I connect with Jennifer's energy, there is this part of me that wants to bask in the energy with her. And here's why. Because I feel like she's really focusing on some of her core truths, okay? I feel like she's really taking time to nurture herself. I do feel that she is going to be reaching out. I feel like she's close to the reach out. But you know when you like really focused on a project and you don't want to stop the project until you complete it? That's the energy that I'm getting with Jennifer. I feel like she's kind of taking charge of her life, what it is she needs. She's nurturing herself right now, the things that she's wanting in her life. She feels for you. For me, this is just a timing thing. So as far as when she's going to contact you, I hear the number 4 and 5. This could be the 4th or the 5th of April coming up, or this could be within the next 4 to 5 days. Could be 4 to 5 weeks, but it doesn't feel right saying that coming out of my mouth. What's the saying? It doesn't taste good coming out of my mouth when I say the 4 to 5 weeks. I feel like things are brewing, and she's just needing to kind of feel that sense of, I'm in charge, I'm in control, I know what I want, and now I'm ready to present myself. So 4 to 5 days, 4 to 5 weeks at the worst case scenario. And I do feel that this would be a beautiful reconnection. It's like you're wiping the slate clean and you're getting back down to what's important between the both of you, and that's caring for one another. So there's opportunities for this to reconnect. She just needs a little bit more time to focus on what she's doing right now. I don't see it ending. I feel like this is more of a sabbatical.
And I just want to remind everyone, we are getting a lot of spammers in the comments. So if you are getting someone that is asking you to DM them for a reading, those are not our psychics. Our psychics will never contact you via Facebook. So if they do message you, just know that that's not us. These are moving really fast. This next question is going to come from Rhonda over on Facebook. She asked, my job position going to change?
Okay, Rhonda, go ahead and just take those deep breaths. Give me just 1 second, sweetie. Rhonda, as soon as I ask my guides, show me what her career is getting ready to look like, I literally see all these hats that you are placing on your head. So you asked the question, is my job position going to change? I feel like you're going to be wearing a lot of different hats. I feel like that there is I don't know that this is necessarily a promotion. I do see something laterally with you right now. And I feel like this is your opportunity to really dig in, show them what you're capable of doing. And I feel like you're being watched, okay? And what I mean by that is, it's almost like I see like the little page of swords coming in, kind of looking, fact checking everything, looking, really watching how you handle yourself. And I feel like this is an opportunity for you to really shine. So for me, I don't feel like the job position is going to be a promotion right now. I feel like this lateral move allows you opportunity to step up. It's like they show me a mini escalator. So if you made this lateral move, you have more of an opportunity of climbing up and getting that promotion than you do currently in this role. So you could be changing positions, wearing different hats. It's more of a lateral, but there's opportunity for you this time next year for big promotional opportunities. So I feel it's kind of like you're learning something new. It's like you're sharpening up the tools in your toolbox, and they're giving you the opportunity to really like focus on you and go, wow, this is where she shines. So yes, it will change, but you may find yourself going, oh my gosh, I have so much on my plate right now. But this is where you shine, Rhonda. You're good at that. You know how to multitask.
And I actually wanted to ask you, because I just heard you mention before you answer that question for them to take a breath. I know we have a lot of new people, and this is their first time tuning in. Could you, I guess, explain to them why that's why you're asking that?
Yes, of course. So a lot of times what my guides have told me over the years is, first of all, I don't like to invade people's privacy, right? Like when someone calls and they want something and they're asking, you know, hey, can you help me out with this? When you guys give me permission and you focus on what it is that you're wanting, my guides are saying, okay, everybody is in alignment with focusing on this. Let's pull back and uncover what potentially could be happening here. With your permission and your focus, I get to get more detail. Without your permission and focus, I can tap in, but I might not be as specific. So that's why I ask for you guys to take that breath. We connect at the same time where our energies are kind of floating together, if you will. There's so many people on like the outside of this live, right? So many energies. So when you're focusing and I'm focusing, we get to make that magnetic connection.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We'll pull our next question from Kari over on YouTube. She's asking, will my next boutique launch be successful?
Okay. Give me just 1 second, sweetie. Take those breaths. It's interesting because my guides show me that, and no disrespect when I say this is just like what they're showing me in my mind. When you opened up your first boutique, I feel like you're super excited, you're ready to go, it's very successful. I feel like this time around when you open up the next one, I feel like you've learned. You know, sometimes we get too excited, we put the cart in front of the horse, right? Not that I'm saying that that's what you're going to do. I feel like you've already experienced all this. I feel like you've already been through these ropes. I do feel a little bit of delays around signing or your boutique being completely ready and completed. Maybe you are getting some kind of a building and it's not complete. I get a little bit delay, but as far as launching it, sweetie, you know this. You've already done this before. I also feel like this is supposed to be some kind of a franchise opportunity or this franchising idea for your business down the road, whether it's in the Midwest or it's on the East Coast or wherever. I feel like you launching it the first time, you learned so much. So you know what to do, how to make this happen. The only caveat that I see is a little bit of delay around getting into the actual lease. Other than that, I really don't see that you're going to fail on it. If anything, I feel like you know the next step moving forward. You've done this before, girl. And you're supposed to do at least 2 more. I feel like 4 to 5 franchises down the road for you if, you really, focus on how you want to build this. And I feel like you have the right people assisting you. So I really don't think that you can go wrong. Stay here. Don't put anything in front. Don't put that cart in front of the horse. And just do what you know best. You've done this before, girl, and it's been successful. So try to get out of your head. We're human and we sabotage. I just don't see things getting in the way other than small delays.
This one's a good one. This one comes from Jocelyn over on Facebook. She's asking, hello, are Corey and I over for good? When will he reach out to me?
Okay, Jocelyn. I love your name, by the way. It's so pretty. Okay, Jocelyn, go ahead and take those deep breaths. Focus your exhale on Corey and just give me just 1 second. All right, sweetie. As soon as I connect with Corey's energy, I feel like you guys have recently had some kind of a very difficult conversation where, sometimes we have like little battles, little arguments back and forth, but there's something that Corey feels very strongly about that I feel like he's not willing to surrender right now. No disrespect when I say this, I'm reading energy, but it's kind of like when we're super prideful over something and when somebody said, you failed the test, you're like, I didn't fail. I did, it's like, I feel like he is really caught in his mind right now, almost repeating things from this argument. So I feel like for right now, sweetie, he may stay silent for a little bit. I'm not picking up that he's going to be reaching out here real soon. And I've asked the next week, the next 2 weeks, I'm getting nothing. So I think right now I think what they're trying to say to me is that he's processing this argument, and he's trying to process if this is really over too. There's a little bit of egg on his face. I feel like there's a little bit of shame. So his ego and shame is getting in the way right now. But my guides are almost saying he needs time to process, to calm down, because if he were to communicate, it would be more of a battle, is what I'm hearing right now, sweetie.
Our next question is going to come from Trisha. She says, hello, Teagan. I feel a complete change happening soon. What will that change be?
Okay, and how do I pronounce her name? Trisha?
I believe Trisha.
Oh, Trisha. Okay. Okay, Trisha, thank you so much for your question. And as soon as I read your question, the first thing that my heart pulled towards to you was in a spiritual awakening, my dear. I feel like you are feeling a lot of these changes going on, not only in our world, but the energy, the empathy of our world. It's almost like the changes that are happening within you, I feel like you're being squeezed right now, like a vice grip, if you will, where you're feeling maybe pressure to level up around something. For me, it's like, and I love this, I'm going to go back to what Danica started this Facebook Live with, is spring. I don't know if you are familiar with sign language, but it's like my guides are going like this to me, okay, for you. This is the sign for spring. Everything around the springtime for me, my dear, you are popping up like that flower. Literally, there are things moving and shaking that you have been working on and focusing on probably for the last 3 to 4 years. There's a lot of changes taking place. If I were to be throwing cards, I would say to you, my gosh, it seems like every card is a major arcana right now, because you've been through a lot and you have a lot of big changes, not tiny little changes, but substantial and sustainable changes. I feel like you are being squeezed by the divine to let go of some things that no longer serve you. It's almost like you were holding on to things. And what you're feeling is the anticipation of all of this release, and your intuition is also blossoming, Trisha. So for me, the changes are, and I mean no disrespect when I say this, it's like, even when we're in our 40s, 50s, and 60s, we still have to grow up, right? I feel like you are stepping into a new place in your spiritual awakening where you're starting to trust your intuition and continue to blossom, is what I just keep seeing, this beautiful movement. It's like you're shaking off. It's like when a dog goes to chase its owner, throws the stick into the pond, and the dog goes and brings it back, drops the stick and shakes real fast, right? All that water is magically off. Whatever you've been going through, whatever you've been transitioning into and you've been manifesting and working on, the changes are because you did the work. So things are going to start popping up around you a lot. Your career is going to be very different. I feel like your heart space is shifting. There's a wiser love that you are stepping into, or you're understanding more of the kind of love that you want. I feel energies around you are coming and going. The people that no longer serve are moving on, and you are stepping into some solid, beautiful relationships in many areas of your life, my dear. You've been doing a lot of work for many years. 3 to 4 years is what I see. Rebuilding you. Good for you.
So we have about 40 minutes left in this live reading. So that's going to be a lot of time for us to get through a lot of questions. So I want everyone to take a second. If you're watching on Facebook, tag a friend in the comments. Tell them that they need to get in here. They need to get their questions in. Because we're going to be answering more questions, and then towards the end, we're going to switch over to our tarot pools, and that's a lot of fun. So tell them to get in here before they miss out.
Yeah.
And then while we are on this little break, let me pull up the calendar real quick. So if you have never tuned in before, we do these every single Monday, except for the third Monday of the month. And every single Monday we have on a different psychic. Psychic Teagan joins us every couple of weeks, and it's always a blast having her on. But we will have another one next Monday at the same time with Psychic Marin. So if you're on Facebook, give us a follow. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. It's giant, it's red, you can't miss it. And you'll get notifications next time that we go live, which is every Monday except for that third Monday of the month, which is when we do our tarot live, which if you're not familiar with that, definitely stick around because in a little bit we are going to switch to tarot pools. which is super fun. You ask a question, Teagan pulls a card, she'll explain to you the card, and it's a great way to just get those questions in that you want to be a little more vague with. Maybe you want a love card or you want a career card, but you don't want to say your person of interest name, or you don't want to ask if you're going to get a new job. Whatever works for you. So we do those on the third Monday of the month. It's just a Facebook post. We do it on our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Twitter. So you can put questions on all 3 social media sites for a chance to have your question answered by the psychic. And I don't have the psychics for April yet, but we will be back next Monday with Psychic Marin. So check that out. And while you're visiting us on social media, make sure that you give us a follow on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest, and subscribe on YouTube. Because not only do we do these really fun live readings, but we also post all of this incredible content from our blog that can teach you things like how to use the spring's energy to manifest something, or the best crystals for inspiration. So definitely check that out. And then we also do contests on our social media where you can win things. We just did a Manifest Your Soulmate kit that had crystals and a tarot deck and a journal, and just a bunch of things that can help you manifest your soulmate. So we do all these really fun contests every single month, and you're not going to want to miss out. We're doing another one in a couple of weeks, so definitely keep your eyes peeled for that.
How fun.
Are you ready for the next question?
Yes.
Perfect. This one comes from Ashley over on Facebook. Ashley, thank you so much for tuning in again. She says, "Hi, Teagan. So I finally decided to pick up on my spiritual journey by helping people and doing readings for them. I'm just wanting to know what reading for others looks like for me."
Oh, I love that, Ashley. You go, girl. I love that you're diving into your spiritual journey. Okay, go ahead and just take some deep breaths, sweetie. Give me just 1 second. Okay. So first of all, I feel like you are very nurturing with your people. I feel that you are straightforward. There's a lot of integrity around you. Your best friend comes to you and asks a question. You're going to be honest with what it is that you see. I feel like you're like I don't know. I just get this very wise old soul when I connect to you, Ashley. And I feel like for the most part, what it is that you say, you're straightforward and you're very compassionate. And I feel like that's what people want, is they want to hear the truth. They don't want the sugarcoating piece of it. And so when you ask me, how are other people looking at your readings right now? They're intrigued. They're intrigued with what you know, how you're able to pick up on. You've always been we're born with our intuition, right? We end up losing our intuition. And then we get older, we start to reestablish it again. So for me, I would say, keep doing what you're doing. You are giving some people in your life. I feel like you are reading with a couple of family members that have been going through some difficult times, and I feel like you are giving them strength. You remind me of the Strength card, my dear. Very Leo energy to me. And I feel like you not only give people strength, but you're also giving them compassion. And I think the biggest thing that I like about your energy is that you're not judgmental. You need to be a reader that's not going to judge, right? And I don't feel like you don't judge that. You let people... It's like people leave your readings going, wow, you know what? I needed to hear that. And she did that very beautifully. So I think your bedside manner and how you're handling your readings are really beautiful. Some people don't always want to hear the truth, but you deliver it in a very beautiful way, my dear. So keep doing it. Stay strong. You're helping a lot of people right now because you're not telling them what to do. You're telling them what you see.
We are getting a lot of new people in. I just want to remind everyone, if you're asking a question, try to make it as specific as possible. And then if you are asking about another person, whether you're asking about a romantic partner or a friend or your coworker or whatever, if you could give us their first name. And if you don't really feel comfortable for that, we will have those tarot cards towards the end where you can be a little bit more vague in your questioning if you don't feel comfortable using those names. Let's pull. Oh, these are moving real fast today. Misty over on Facebook is asking, will I be engaged soon?
Okay. All right, Misty, give me just 1 second here. All right, sweetie. Interesting enough, when you ask the word soon, that makes me think like in the next week or two, or maybe in the next couple of weeks. I do feel that there is a man that's very passionate, very much in love with you. I do get this very Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer kind of energy, very emotionally in check, a couple of years older than you. Very secure, and I do feel like you guys, by the end of the summer going into early fall, I do feel that there could be a ring on your finger at that point. So it is coming. It's just not coming next month or tomorrow. It's in its process. I feel like you guys, I don't know, this person just feels very comfortable with you. They feel like they've met. It's almost like I see the two of you looking at each other and holding a mirror with one another. So Misty, for me, I feel like this person looks at you and says, gosh, she's the female version of what I would be. And you're looking at this person going, wow, this man is the masculine of who I would be. So I feel like you're marrying each other. There's beautiful commitments here. Have fun basking in the playful side, because I don't want to ruin it, but I do see something coming up here soon. So yes, but I don't know that I should tell you exactly when, because I want you to be surprised. But yes, I do see you getting engaged.
Pull one from YouTube now. Christine asks, hi, Teagan. Will my husband Elias and I reconcile soon?
Okay, hi, Christine. Okay, give me 1 second. Go ahead and close your eyes. Focus on Elias and give me just 1 second here. Okay. All right. If I may be very, very honest, I don't feel like the two of you are hearing each other. I feel like you guys are reading the same book, but you're on different chapters. I feel like what he is very either frustrated or passionate or trying to get across, I feel like the two of you are guys just kind of crossing back and forth with one another. I feel that there's love there. And again, no disrespect, Christine. It's almost like the two of you were kind of like tit for tat kind of energy for a little bit. And I feel like it was just a gentle surrender, because for some reason I'm not seeing this relationship falling to the wayside all the way. I don't. I feel like it's kind of like, and I'm trying to be, a little playful with it to lighten it up a little bit, but it's kind of like, he needs to go over in his corner for a little bit. You need to go in yours for a little bit. Take some downtime, because I feel like you guys are, some of the smaller things that are going on in your relationship are getting magnified, because there's some emotions that are super sensitive right now. And I can't tell if Christine, if it's you or if it's him, but it's kind of, he needs some time to process things. So this could take a little bit of time, 4, 5, 6 months before things kind of, reconnect here. Because right now I feel like he is very focused on just himself right now and trapped in his mind space of, this is where I'm going. My blinders are on and I'm not going to look anything outside of it. So he seems just focused on himself. And I'd rather be wrong with, oh yeah, he's going to call you in a week and push it out to, 4 to 5. I do feel there's a reconnection, but I feel like right now everything needs to kind of, simmer down a little bit before you guys reconnect. Because if he were to open up too quick, too fast, I feel like you guys would end up fighting again. So there's just a little bit of time that needs to kind of go by before the two of you can, reconcile. There's love there. I see the love there, but I see the communication being a struggle.
Our next question is going to come from Samantha over on Facebook. She says, this is my first time, so welcome.
Welcome, Samantha. Yay. Okay, so buying my first home soon.
Yeah.
First of all, I feel like you've already been pre-qualified. I feel like this is already in the works. I feel, I don't know, it's like my guides are saying, on your marks, get set, go. Because this is just a matter of finding something, my dear. I already feel like you've been approved. I already feel like you know what you are capable of purchasing. I am going to go ahead and tell you right around June, July timeframe, I feel like you will be putting some kind of offer on a home. It could be a little sooner than that, maybe May, June, but I really am saying J and J. So June, July. Okay. But for me, it's quaint. It's very charming. It almost feels like kind of like a townhome. I see the name Coral, Coral, like the color or the names. I don't know if this is the name of the street, or you're around the corner from Coral, but there's something with the word Coral attached to your home.
Sorry, these are moving really fast today. This next question is going to come from Crystal over on Facebook. She asks, is my friend Josh at peace, and is there any messages?
Okay, Crystal, give me 1 second here. When I read that, the first thing that I feel is that Josh is not with us anymore. I get this sense of, yes, I get the sense that there is a peace, but I also feel like, you recently lost this person, Crystal. Give me 1 second here. It feels like it was some kind of fast accident. And yes, he is at peace. I also feel you did something, some kind of honor for him around his passing or something. It's like he wants me to tell you he's thanking you. I don't know if you released balloons. I see something being released in his honor or a celebration of his life. You were the force behind it, or you were the I don't know. It's like he's saying, thank you for loving me. Thank you for doing the things that you did for me. I don't feel like Josh is with us. I feel like he has crossed over. He is very, very at peace, very much at peace. But I also feel like he's trying to intervene in your world. So you'll have to let me know. Are you seeing weird electronics kind of going on and off? Are you sensing some things? I feel like Josh walks around your home. I feel like he's pacing, trying to communicate with you. And the peace is there, but it's your peace that you need is what I'm hearing. So he's here to deliver peace to you, my dear, if that makes sense.
I will keep an eye to see if she says anything else.
Okay.
And then I guess in the meantime, we can move on to another question.
Really quick, just to finish that one up for Crystal, it's like she's wanting to know that Josh is at peace, but he's concerned that she's not at peace. So it's almost kind of like they're both making sure that the other is at peace, either with one another or just in general. So once again, a mirrored energy here.
We can pull another question, and then if she responds, I'll let you know.
Oh, that sounds great.
Perfect. This next question is going to come from Stephanie. She says, I see 1111 and 666 a lot. What's up with that?
All right. Okay, Stephanie. So I like to refer to these little numerologies as spiritual texts. Okay. These are divine texts coming in upfront and personal. It's spiritual communication. It's angelic. Okay. The number is 1111 for me. And there's a couple different ways we can look at this. First of all, ones are all about new beginnings. Okay. 111 is also very angelic, but 1111 to me is a portal to a soulmate twin flame energy. Reminds me of the Four of Wands in the Tarot, because you have two on this side, two on this side, which creates this beautiful portal. So I feel that you are seeing 1111 because the universe is either bringing your soulmate to you, or there is some kind of new beginning with your soulmate, because the 666, as scary as we've been programmed to think of that number, 6 is all about stability, you guys. If like 1 is making a choice, and 2 is about partnership, and 3 is manifesting, and 4 is structure, 6 is feeling that level of solid foundation, sense of security. It's knowing that you have given and you have received. It's reciprocity for new beginnings and twin flame energy. So I feel like the universe is working on your half, saying, hey, we're about ready to level you up because you are with the right person. And if you're not with a person right now, someone is getting ready to step in, because you have a lot of new beautiful beginnings for 2020 moving forward, both in stability in your career as well as your heart space.
And speaking of numerology, if you have any more questions about what numbers mean, or if you're having dreams about something, like if you're having a dream about your ex, or you just saw a hummingbird and you want to know what it means, check out our blog. We have all of these incredible articles about what 1111 means and what it means when a bird flies into your house. So definitely check that out at californiapsychics.com. And we got a response from Crystal. She says, I was the last one he was with.
Okay. Yeah, he wants you to be okay. He is at peace, my dear. He's concerned that you were not, or that you haven't let go of some kind of guilt or something, because he's worried about you too, sweetie. But he is definitely around you. He's pacing. I feel like he circles around your bedroom. I don't know if you have like a hallway with a rug on it, then he goes back and forth. It's almost like I feel like he doesn't come into your room. It's almost like he stands at the doorway of your room and looks at you, like is concerned that you haven't done some of the healing, or you're not allowing yourself to start heal. So he's concerned about you, sweetie. I'm sending you beautiful energy.
This next question is, that one disappeared. It's going to come from Kim over on Facebook. She says, hi, will Jonathan finally commit to me?
All right, give me 1 second here. So just focus your exhale on Jonathan, Kim. Give me just 1 second. Okay. It's interesting because I feel like I see like a carousel. Okay, when I close my eyes, I feel like the two of you have done this before. I feel like that you guys have been together for a while. And I feel like there's times when you both get on that carousel together and you take this amazing ride together and then somebody gets off. Okay. I don't know if there is family involved with the two of you, but I feel like there's something deeper that is committing the two of you. And again, no disrespect. I don't know if he's like finally diving in and going, okay, I finally know what I want. I'm ready to kind of finally commit to this. I feel like him being a father is changing his ways. So I don't know if you guys share a child together, but I feel like he is stepping into a new place of a sense of security. He feels good about himself. He feels good about the direction that's going. I feel like this is a cycle and you're nervous about him committing because in the past when he has committed, maybe it wasn't the commitment that you were looking for or expecting. And so I feel like this next time you guys get on that carousel together, it's because the two of you, like I said, he's in a way he's kind of growing up, and I mean no disrespect. It's just for lack of better words here. It's like he's getting things right. Things are lining up for him with you, you for him. So I do feel you guys have another opportunity to commit. I feel he is ready now more than he ever has been. But I also feel like you worry as to whether or not he can really do this. I feel he is definitely focused on trying to make it work this time around. He has made some changes and he wants to show you some stability there. So I do feel like the ball will be in your court because I do feel like he will start to show you a deeper level of commitment. So I'm going to say, yeah, you're going to need a little bit of couple of weeks to kind of get through and work through some things with one another. But I feel like he's taken off his hat and saying, I am committed. I am ready to do this. I'm ready to be a parent. I'm ready to be a husband. Whatever, I'm ready to dive in. So he's in a new cycle now, and I feel like you guys are reading you're on that same page this time, moving forward.
Well, we have about 25 minutes left, which is so much time, especially over to tarot soon. So while we're going to take a quick break, go over some housekeeping and some announcements, because I know there are a lot of new faces, getting a lot of people commenting saying that it's their first time. So real quick, while I'm giving these announcements out, drop your questions in the comments one more time, because we're going to pull from one of the new questions, and drop your favorite emoji in there with your question. So that way we know that you're still watching, and we can pull from someone who's in the audience. So we have about 20 minutes left. We'll switch over to tarot in a bit. So if you have kind of less of a specific question, you can just say things like, can I get a love card, or can I get a career card, or can I get a general card, if you don't want to ask a specific question or include your person interested. But if you are going to be asking about a specific person, whether it's at this part of the live or the tarot, if you could include their name, that will help Teagan connect a little bit easier. And make sure that your question is as specific as possible. We are getting a lot of people that are just asking, is my love interest coming back? So if you could just include their first name when you ask. If you are having a really great time, first of all, you should get a reading.
Yes.
Get a reading by downloading our app or giving us a call or visiting us online at californiapsychics.com. It's super easy. You can get a reading over the phone. You can get a reading over chat. I personally love the chat feature. I'm not a huge fan of talking on the phone. Things go in one ear and out the other, especially when a psychic is giving me it's stressful. So I really enjoy the chat feature. And it's really cool because after you finish your chat, you'll get your chat transcript emailed to you. And then it will also be available if you want to look at it later on. So say, 3 months from now, you want to look back at what a psychic said was going to happen in the fall, you have that information all at your fingertips. And while you're visiting us on the app or on our website, check out our Karma Rewards program. You're already going to be getting those readings with that psychic. So you might as well earn some points so you can earn some free readings. And when you sign up for Karma Rewards, you can add your favorite psychics to your psychic circle and get more points for getting readings with them. And then once a month, we have our Karma Rewards Day, so you get even more points. But the coolest feature of our Karma Rewards program, in my opinion, is the birth chart. You get a free detailed birth chart with so much information. So definitely check that out. It's completely free to sign up. And if you are having a great time, follow us on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, hit that big red subscribe button. You can't miss it. We do these live readings every single Monday except for the third. Oh, is she going to bring out the subscribe pillow?
Don't forget, guys, like, share, and subscribe.
I love it. That makes me so happy.
I had to.
If you're on Facebook, hit that follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit that big red subscribe button. You can't miss it. That way you'll be notified every single time that we go live. But while you're on our social media page, check out our Instagram, California Psychics, our Twitter, CA Psychics, and then we also have a Pinterest where we post so much content on all three of those. It's a great way to just stay connected with us. We have all these cool things that we post, like blogs about what it means when you see 1111, your horoscopes, your monthly horoscopes, your Chinese horoscopes. We did one for the spring equinox this weekend. So definitely check that out. And then we also do these really fun contests on our social media where you can win things. We just did one for a Manifest Your Soulmate kit that had all these things that can help you manifest your soulmate: a journal, crystals, a tarot deck. So definitely give us a follow. And it looks like we got a ton of questions in while I was giving announcements. Absolutely incredible. I'm seeing those emojis, so thank you so much. I'm going to pull a question from Diane over on YouTube. She's asking, will my twin flame open up soon? His name is James.
Hi,
she's new here, so welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for coming in and joining us. Okay, Diane, so we are focusing on James. Give me just 1 second here. All right. There is something that James has been very focused on at, like, wanting to attain, okay? I feel like he has been very focused on his career and on, like, there's something with family right now. Once he kind of nips this something in the bud, I feel like there's something on the outside of your relationship right now that's kind of tapping on his shoulder, kind of being, kind of pulling him in a different direction right now. I feel like he's getting ready to make some kind of decision, and I do feel like as soon as he makes that decision, he feels to me like he starts to open up more to you. I feel like he's taken the weight of the world on right now. And one of the reasons why he's very guarded is almost like he doesn't, it's kind of like a dump truck. I know this sounds silly, but it's kind of like when the dump truck, backs up to dump all the dirt, right? It's all this heavy energy. The last thing he wants to do right now is dump all of this on you. And I do see that there's a little bit of a wedge, but that wedge is getting ready to remove itself here real soon, honey. In the next 2 to 3 days, 2 to 3 weeks, it's like he makes some kind of decision around someone that's been weighing him down. Once he makes that decision, it's like the two of you get back on track with one another, and there's this beautiful communication around the heart space. It feels like some kind of family member is kind of pulling him to the side or something. And he does nip that in the bud. So when that takes place, he starts to open up more.
Our next question is going to come from Robin over on Facebook. She added the heart emojis, so it's a love question.
Yes. Okay.
And she's asking, will I be in a romantic relationship with Andrew and when?
All right. Okay, Robin, give me just 1 second. Focus your exhale on Andrew. Give me 1 second. It's interesting because it's almost like my guides are showing me this is already in place or this is already happening. So I think what they're trying to say is have fun basking in the getting to know each other kind of phase. Because they're already making me feel like you guys are already you're already walking down that path together. So I know I said this earlier, but it also pertains to you too, Robin. It's like the friendship turns into lovers, that turns into best friends, that turns into this beautiful relationship. I feel like you and Andrew have been there to be beautiful gifts towards one another during a time in your life. And I keep feeling like the two of you scratch each other's back. I feel like this is very reciprocal energy. And I feel like, this summertime, things are going to speed back. They're going to continue to they're going to move quicker. Okay. Right around the 3rd week in April, moving forward, I feel like this relationship starts to flourish. I feel he's romantically interested in you and you him Give time, have fun falling in love, because I feel like that's what you guys are doing right now, is enjoying each other. And both of you are going, oh, I wonder what he's thinking of me. And what is she thinking of me? And I feel like the two of you are just mirroring each other around your heart space. It just needs a little time for him to get the confidence. He's like the Knight of Cups in my heart space for you. Like, he might not move as quickly, but when he does and he opens up his heart space to you, he means it. So I'm not worried that he's going to go somewhere else or anything like that. If anything, I see the two of you walking side by side, hand in hand, which says that nobody's trying to speed anything up. You're just allowing it all to naturally and organically take place. And that's what I see happening with you guys.
So I have our next question, but we have about 15 minutes left. So I don't know if you want to answer this one and then jump into cards, or if you want to answer this one with cards.
Yeah, no, I can answer this one, and then we can do some cards. Let's see here.
Kendra on Facebook says, it's time to move, and my husband Eric and I can't make a decision. I want to move out of state, and Eric wants to stay in Washington. Are we in a good place to stay in Washington?
Wow. So Kendra, one of the things that I'm going to check in on around this question, first of all, is I don't really like to tell you guys what to do. But what I really love to do is say, hey, if they stay in Washington, what does life look like? Hey, if they move to a different state, what does their life look like? So that's how I'm going to kind of play that out, because I don't want to force you to make a decision. I think it's important that you feel it and you trust it. But as I'm sitting here talking, I do feel like the two of you need some kind of fresh new beginning. I get going outside. I don't know if you're close to family, but I feel like moving a couple of hours away even from where you are. I feel like you guys are looking forward to and excited to kind of build a new level within your relationship with one another, whether that's you're wanting a family or you're buying a house or taking that next step. I feel like where you are right now, and again, no disrespect, I'm just reading energy, there's some kind of stagnant energy that's kind of keeping you guys at the same level. I feel by moving, whether that's 2 hours away, out of where you currently are and get a fresh start, I feel like this is what both you and Eric, you just thrive in a new setting. So for me, you're okay if you need to stay in Washington, but everything around what my guides are showing me is that, I don't know, things open up more easier. I feel like if you were to stay and try to find a place, I almost get the sense of the square peg into the round hole kind of thing, like you're trying to force something. Give this to the divine right now, sweetie. Trust that the divine has your back, because I literally hear that within the next 3 to 4 weeks, you're going to end up finding a place. You're going to end up moving quick and fast. It's not going to be, unfortunately, I don't see you crossing T's and dotting I's and having a folder with all the places that you've been at. I feel like you're going to show up. You guys are going to fall in love with something. You're going to make a decision very spontaneously because it's going to feel good. And that's what I want you to trust. Trust that.
So before we move into cards, I just want to remind everyone that if you didn't get your question answered, or if you did get your question answered but you need a little bit of extra clarity, you can always give us a call, download our app, visit us on the website, californiapsychics.com. Psychic Teagan is always available if you want to chat, and she can tell you when's the next time that you'll be online.
Yes, so tomorrow from 9 to 11 and 1 to 3, and that's through the rest of the week.
Perfect. So jump in her queue. Before you do that, sign up for our Karma Rewards program, add her to your psychic circle so you can get the extra points and get your free birth chart too.
Yeah. So we're doing cards now?
Yes. Let's.
All right. Well, I am using this beautiful tarot of the Golden Wheel today. Hopefully the glare. This is the deck that I will be using today for the cards for our throws.
This first question is going to come from Megan, and she's asking for a love card.
Okay, Megan, let's see. Give me 1 second here. Goddess Universe, I say you give me clarity for Megan today in regards to love. One card, please. In regards to love, that one wants to pop out, so I got to take it. Let's see if I can get you to see that. Okay, hold on, let me. All right, so it's the Three of Cups, okay? So for me, I feel like you and your partner are having a lot of fun, or you're diving back into the place of the last year, with COVID and our life and all of that stuff. We all kind of went into kind of a bit of a difficult phase. And I feel like you I feel like you are getting ready to bask in some playful, fun energy with this Three of Cups. Whether this is you spending quality time with your girlfriends, your family, or the person that you are dealing with right now, potentially could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces energy. For me, this is you guys just having fun and enjoying life again, getting back down to just the simplicity of what makes you guys happy. So I feel like if you are in a relationship right now, Megan, it feels to me like you guys have a lot of fun ahead because something has lifted.
Our next question is going to come from Emma over on Facebook, and she's asking for a general card.
Hi, Emma.
Oh,
yeah, I like all those hearts. Okay, what does Emma need to hear, please? Clarity for Emma. All right, my dear. Sweetie, I got the Three of Swords with you. And I'm not going to focus on the sadness of it because what my guides are telling me is that you are in a major healing phase right now, sweetie. I feel like maybe you've been through some tough stuff here recently and your heart has hurt. Or maybe you're just going through some painful, relationships. But it's like what I see is like this big, beautiful wave coming in and almost like taking away any emotional trauma that you have had. I feel like you have been through a lot. But I also feel like you're getting ready to bask in this gorgeous energy of healing, letting go. Because remember, when we forgive and we let go, that's when our healing takes place. So for me, sweetie, I feel like whatever has been weighing heavy on your heart space, you're going to start to feel this sense of light kind of energy where you're finally healing and you're letting go of something that might have been painful for you.
Our next question is going to come from Marianne. She's asking for a card for clarity about Jeff as a future love. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Marianne, thanks for your question. Okay, God, Goddess, Universe, ask that you give me clarity for Marianne today in regards to Jeff. I need one card for Jeff, please. What is that? Okay. It's interesting, sweetie. I get the Nine of Wands. Okay, this Nine of Wands guy. And it looks a little intimidating, but I don't want you to worry about this right now. What I want to tell you is that I feel like you and Jeff have been through a lot together. I feel like you have been there to support each other, to pick each other up when the other person hasn't been as consistent. That Nine of Wands is sometimes known as the lone wolf in the tarot deck, which means that, and I'm going to use myself as an example because I don't want to poke at anybody by all means. Okay, so we keep trying to push Teagan down. Life happens and the universe keeps pushing Teagan down, right? But Teagan keeps popping up. So my point is this. You and Jeff have been through a lot together. I feel like you've been over your toughest. I don't feel like you guys are going to quit, but I feel like it's been a rocky road, sweetie. And I feel like you guys are both committed to the love that you have for one another. When I see that Knight of Wands, I feel like you're getting ready to complete something. It doesn't always mean that just because you complete it means you're going to end it. I feel like you guys are on that cusp of regrouping, you've been through a lot together. He's not going anywhere. If anything, I feel like all of this hard work you guys have been through makes you stronger, but you guys are both tired. You're just tired. You just need like a little getaway, a chance to reconnect again emotionally, because somebody's been through some tough stuff, and it could be both of you just dealing with life. And I'm sorry that's got such a glare on it, but that Nine of Wands does not give up. They are a warrior, and I feel like you and Jeff are warriors for your future. I feel like you've been through your toughest time. Moving ahead, a couple more things, but after that feels much more solid for me.
Our next question is going to come from Francisca over on YouTube. She says, card please, Teagan. Will Brian approach me about reconciling our marriage? Are we currently on the right track for that? Will he commit and do the work? And will this be for good?
Okay. Hi, Francisca. Thank you for your question, sweetie. We'll get down to business in regards to Brian. Okay, God, Goddess, Universe, ask that you give me clarity for Francisca today in regards to Brian. What does she need to hear, please, regarding Brian? All right, sweetie, I get the moon. Major Arcana for Pisces. So I'm not sure if one of you is a Pisces here. If not, that's okay. But for me, the moon is all about healing, intuition, trusting your gut. Sometimes the moon can represent illusions, okay, or fear even. But the energy that I am connecting, I feel like the fear has already been there. I feel like you guys have gotten through some tough stuff, and I feel like both of you are trying to really get back down to the emotional peace with one another and heal from something. I don't feel like, let's put it this way. I don't feel like your relation, I don't see this divorce happening. I feel like there's some healing. You guys may not talk for a little bit. There may be some disconnect for a little bit, because when I pull this card, I feel it's more Brian trying to heal, trying to make something right, trying to bring things to the forefront. Maybe he was looking through this relationship through a lens that was creating illusions, because this says to me that he's healing. And I feel like intuitively, you already know the direction this marriage is going. And I feel like he wants to put the effort in. But right now, he may be pulled back, a little fearful, and in a place of, I don't want to talk about it. But I eventually see him wanting to. I don't think that you guys are going to divorce. I don't see it. No, I feel like there's been, errors. We all, go through tough stuff in marriages, but it's like, that good old saying, the truth will set you free, but first it's going to upset you. I feel like whatever has upset both of you, now you guys are just healing all on your own at your own pace. When you both are healed, you'll reconnect and come together. So you guys might not be teeter-tottering back and forth between now and then. There may be some silence here for a little bit, but I feel like somebody's going to reconnect. I feel like he's going to reach out, talk to you about his emotional place and the healing and letting go of some of the old ways. Forgiving is what I feel.
So we have time for a couple more questions. We have 5 minutes left. So go ahead and get your questions in. Our next question is going to come from Angelica over on Facebook. She's asking for a love card, please. You come into my life and have a future with.
Okay, Angelica. Hi, thanks for your question, sweetie. Thank you. Okay, I've got to see universe. Give me clarity for Angelica today. In regards to someone stepping into her life, please show me clearly. Girl, you know what? This just makes me happy when this stuff pops up. Look at that 2 of Cups. Look at that beautiful commitment. Look at that gorgeous commitment. That's 2 of Cups, guys. You know what that means? That means that there is an equal exchange of commitment. Just as much as you are interested in this person, this other person is interested in you. I'm going to say within the next 2 weeks to 2 months, go ahead and prepare yourself for some kind of beautiful commitment, potentially with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, my dear. Outside of the card, I feel like you will be in a very beautiful relationship no later than mid-May to early June. And I do feel like this relationship may go quick and fast. 0 to 60, 3.2 seconds. Don't worry about trying to slow it down. It's like you guys have found each other.
All right.
And look at those
last. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Bottom. Four of Wands. Okay, at the bottom, underlying deck. That's the overall energy. Like this, there is a potential commitment here with future marriage. That's at the bottom.
And that was the one you mentioned earlier during the
11-11. Mm-hmm. Yep. So
if you want to know about 11-11, check out our blog.
Right. Angel messages too. All kinds of different ways we can look at that, right?
Mm-hmm. So we have 4 minutes left, so I'm just going to rapid fire through our announcements. Thank you so much to everyone that has been tuning in, whether it is your first time or you come every single week. We really appreciate you, whether you're watching on our Facebook or on YouTube. That's great. And if you do have any other questions or follow-up questions, or you didn't get your question answered, give us a call, download our app, visit us on the web at californiapsychics.com. You can get a reading with Psychic Teagan or any of our incredible psychics. But before you do, make sure you sign up for our Karma Rewards program and add them to your psychic circles so you get those extra points. If you had a blast today and you want to come back next week, if you're watching on Facebook, hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that bright red subscribe button. That way you'll be notified every time that we go live. We'll be back next Monday, the 29th, with Psychic Marin. And then on the 5th, we will be back with Psychic Kerrigan. And then on the 19th, April 19th, we'll be doing our tarot live. That's a lot like this tarot portion of the event, except instead of a video, it's just a post on our Facebook, our Twitter, or our Instagram. You can go and drop your question for a chance to have our psychic pull a card for you. And that will be on the 19th at the same time. Okay, yeah, I think that was all of the announcements. We'll pull a question from Karen over on YouTube. She's asking for a general card.
Hey, Karen, you got it. All right. Does Karen need to hear today, please? What is Karen? All right, dear. I have the 5 of Pentacles. So I feel as if you may have been feeling a little pushed out, maybe feeling like somebody isn't sharing some information, or maybe you're super stressed or just feeling a little off right now. That 5 of Wheels is anxiousness for me, fear. Okay, so there could be something around your work or around money that's maybe causing some fear for you right now because it's popping up. It's like you're nervous about something or you're feeling left out. Somebody has kind of pushed you I can't leave her with that five of wheels. I can't. There we go. Okay. So now, because I mean, the fives are a little bit more difficult in the tarot, guys. It just indicates, there could, you might have, could be some issues going on at work that's causing some stress here because it is a pentacle. But if that is the case, Karen, I want you to trust the universe, because the other card that came out here is this Queen of Pentacles. Recognize your worth, my dear. You are abundant. You're very good at what you do. So if for some reason someone's trying to squeeze you out, there's something very abundant and very solid and secure coming your direction here. So I feel a little bit of fear around your career right now is what I'm hearing or seeing, or maybe even just money in general. But you're going to work it out. You're going to get grounded. This is just more of a initial kind of shock is what I feel.
All right. Final question is going to come from Chrissy over on Facebook, asking for a guidance card, please.
Okay, Chrissy, thank you for tuning in. Let's get you a card. What does Chrissy need to hear, please? Goodness, universe, give me clarity for Chrissy today. Okay, Four of Wands. Look, we knew it was eventually going to come up. Chrissy, this is gorgeous energy. Four of Wands. Okay, this is about commitment, leveling up, family. Potentially could be purchasing a new home, my dear. Could be diving in to a very comfortable relationship, leveling up around your, with someone, with your partner. But this could also mean that you are either getting engaged, getting married, diving into a brand new home, straight up beautiful, solid communication and taking action around the heart space card. This is beautiful. This is a warm card, my dear. I feel like life is pretty good here with this one popping out. Some kind of beautiful new commitment.
It's a wonderful card to end on.
It is.
Well, thank you so much to everyone that tuned in, whether it was your first time watching or, you tune in regularly. We appreciate you so much. Teagan, we appreciate you for coming on.
Oh, thank you guys so much. I've missed you. And hopefully I will see you guys in a couple of weeks.
And don't forget, we will be back next Monday with Psychic Marin at the same time. That's going to be 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central.
Awesome.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, guys.